Welcome to our live webinar, presented by Dr. Gordon Pedersen. This webinar is not intended to make product claims. Rather, it is merely intended to report background information about Silversol. If you have medical conditions, we advise that you continue to see your healthcare provider. The information contained within this webinar has not been approved by the FDA. It is now our pleasure to introduce Dr. Gordon Pedersen. He has a PhD in toxicology. He has a master's degree in cardiac rehabilitation wellness and exercise physiology. His bachelor's degree is in biology and chemistry. Dr. Pedersen is the co-chairman of the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine. He is a New York Times best-selling author for his participation in the book Chicken Soup for the Soul. He has formulated over 150 products and has published numerous peer-reviewed journal articles on Silversol, including H5N1 bird flu, MRSA, and wound healing. With that, it is a pleasure to introduce Dr. Gordon Pedersen.
I'm Dr. Gordon Pedersen, and I'd like to talk to you about a remarkable product, and it can be sold in the average health food store or a grocery store, and it can be distributed with terrific benefits that will help with your first line of defense. Silversol is patented, EPA approved, FDA certified, is safe, beneficial, and cost effective. It is truly unique and is your first line of defense against the broadest spectrum of pathogens. It is a new vector in healthcare where it is safe enough to use at home, but effective enough to use for the most dangerous infections in the hospital. In today's world, there is more disease-causing pathogens, pollution, and contagious diseases than ever before. We've just witnessed the swine flu epidemic. We now know there is MRSA in our hospitals. That stands for methicillin-resistant staph aureus, or the staph that no antibiotic can kill. There's stress of all kinds breaking down our immune system and putting our immune system under overload situations. We need a shield against bacteria, viruses, and fungus. We need it today. We need it in lieu of any other drug in most cases. Yes, we recognize when we have a crisis, go to a doctor. But we also recognize there are things that can help our body heal itself. This is one of those tools. Silversol is proven to be safe, beneficial, and cost-effective. I'm going to show you the safety studies. I'm going to show you some beneficial data. I'm actually going to show you some pictures. So you're going to see some gruesome wounds that heal very quickly. You're also going to see that it is cost-effective. This is why you should carry it in your stores. Silversol is unique because it is not merely colloidal or ionic. It is a scientific designation called a sol. A sol is where a mineral, in this case silver, is permanently distributed into the structure of the water. This means it cannot fall out of the H2O molecule. That means it cannot fall out, aggregate, and cause argyria or the blue man syndrome. Silversol liquid and gel contain pure silver. It is structured into the water molecule where it will not fall out of solution and will not aggregate, causing the argyria problem. Colloids and ionic silvers are suspensions that allow the silver to fall out of suspension and aggregate to the bottom of the bottle. You've seen this in layering of different substances, I'm sure. Well, a colloidal or ionic silver separates out of the water, aggregates into big molecules so large that if they do this inside the body, your body can't get rid of them. So it's the colloids and the ionics that cause the problem of gray skin called argyria. According to the Merck Manual for Doctors, colloidal and ionic silvers are salt forms of silver which make it poisonous and cause argyria or blue man syndrome. The Merck Manual for Doctors reports that Silversol is a pure metallic silver and is non-toxic to humans. So choose the Silversol and be safe. Silversol is a patented product that destroys bacteria, viruses, and mold. It is powerful enough to purify water and help activate stem cells. This is why it can function in so many ways, because activated stem cells can differentiate into any needed cell type, promoting a specific benefit to virtually every cell in the body that will adapt to any need. You're going to see scientific journal articles supporting this later in the presentation. This is a photograph of the first page of the United States patent number 7135195. It's 43 pages long and includes broad spectrum of activity on Silver Sol. Silver Sol benefits. It destroys bacteria, viruses, and fungi. It can be used in every orifice of the body. That means the liquid or the gel can be used in the eyes, the nose, the throat. It can be used vaginally or rectally. It can be used any part of the body. It does not destroy the good bacteria simply because good bacteria have a fatty coating around themselves, and this is water-soluble silver that cannot penetrate the fats. It's the same reason it can't penetrate your good cells, because they have a lipid bilayer, and water-soluble silver does not penetrate. Oh, and by the way, colloidal and ionic silvers can penetrate and can destroy the good bacteria, while the Silver Sol is bonded to the water molecule and cannot. Silver Sol also can be taken every day for prevention. It is proven in over 180 scientific studies. There is an approved patent that you just saw. It works inside and outside the body, helps stimulate stem cells for remarkable recoveries, and it's an antibiotic alternative because it has been documented to produce no resistance, meaning it doesn't make the germs stronger like antibiotics do. Yes, we have the patents approved and our number. We have an EPA certification in 4 categories. The gel is actually FDA approved for safe use against MRSA and VRE, the 2 most dangerous infections in America. There is bird flu prevention and HIV published studies. It can benefit emergency preparedness because you can use it in the event that there's an influenza outbreak, or a bacterial outbreak, or a fungal outbreak. It works in all conditions along those emergency needs. For female health or cosmetic health or personal care health, it works terrific because it destroys the bacteria or the fungus on the surface of the skin. It activates stem cells. It can help with wound healing, dental and oral health because it kills the bacteria causing bad breath, sore throats, gum disease. It is a first line of defense because it benefits immunity. How it does that is it takes the workload off an already overworked immune system, allowing the immune system to work in conjunction with healthy herbs, with vitamins, with healthy foods, and work much better because it's more available. It is safe and is all natural. In fact, the liquid silver only has 2 ingredients on the label: pure silver and pure water. Safe, all natural, government approved, and can be taken by anyone. Silver Sol comes as a liquid for internal use and a gel for topical, but because they're so safe, either one can be used inside or outside of the body. The 10 part per million liquid destroys bacteria, viruses, and fungus in under 6 minutes. What that means is if you can get the liquid in contact with your germ, let's say in your sinuses, for 6 continuous minutes, it will kill it. So how do we take this liquid? Usually, most people will take it 2 teaspoons twice a day, but the label on the bottle says 1 teaspoon 1 to 3 times a day. It's just that you want to take a little bit more when you're exposed to pathogens or stress. Well, in this case, most people are, and that's why 2 teaspoons twice a day works fine. In addition to that rule of 2s, we take the gel twice a day as well. You can put it on your hands and your nostrils or wherever you need it. You just apply it topically as needed. This gel is 24 parts per million, and most people use it twice a day. Now, the estimated cost here will come in at about 45 cents, a retail cost, per dose, making it about half of the retail and wholesale costs. And that is compared to any of the other competing silvers on the market. Silver Sol costs as compared to other products that are being sold in the market today. Neosporin costs about $70 an ounce. Silver Sol costs about $5 per ounce, but when you compare it with other products, nothing has such a wide range of efficacy or the ability to kill so many pathogens as Silver Sol does. What this means is, even if you don't know if the rash is a bacteria or caused by a virus, reaching for Silver Sol is still the right answer. This is a photograph of what bacteria looks like in a microscope. In fact, this is the staph bacteria, the staph that causes MRSA, methicillin-resistant Staph aureus. This is the bacteria that isn't being killed by our antibiotics, and it's causing life-threatening illnesses throughout our country. In fact, as many as 30,000 new cases of staph every day occur in our hospitals. This is a photograph of the silver sole destroying that MRSA or that staph infection under a microscope. The before photograph showed perfectly round alignments of the cells. After 1 minute and 1 drop of silver sole was added to this slide, it totally destroyed the pathogen. This is a visual image that you can remember how powerful silver sole liquid is that in 1 minute with 1 drop totally destroyed this dangerous bacterial pathogen. In review of the United States patent, on page 41, there's a heading in big bold letters, quote, "Human diseases cured by and pathogens killed by the inventive silver." Then it lists 143 diseases that is killed by or cured by silver. They include strep, like strep throat, staph, MRSA, pneumonia, E. coli, that's like food poisoning, salmonella, gonorrhea,